Hello my fellow explorers, welcome back to the Bluetooth channel for the mini set for our custom Hearthstone expansion, Age of the August Celestials. Welcome to the Thunder King. This mini set was chosen by you guys, was made by myself, Starfist and Mallory, and comes with 41 brand new custom cards. The Thunder King mini set expands on many of the features from the main set. The main set introduced a custom monk class and 4 factions the classes were split between. Well, this miniset shuffles the factions, so each class has access to a new faction. In the main set, each class had 4 faction cards, and since minisets only have 3 cards for each class, we had to really think outside the box. And so we came up with the biggest feature of this miniset, tri-class cards. Each class is joined by 2 other classes in the new factions for 3 tri-class cards, and they're all faction cards. But each class also gets a unique faction card, as well as another unrelated card. So let's get into it with these new factions. Shaman, Warrior and Hunter join forces as the new members of the Jade Serpent faction. The main mechanic of the Jade Serpent faction was the return of Jade Golems, so of course the miniset also follows this direction with these new cards. One of them even has a unique design that permanently advances your future Jade Golem stages by +2/+2. The Jade Serpent faction is the only faction to get a legendary in this miniset, Ragnaros Jade Lord.
Jade Insect.
Ragnaros is an 8-mana 8/8 elemental for Shaman, Warrior and Hunter. At both the start and end of each turn, so also the opponents, Ragnaros will summon a Jade Golem. This means he will summon 2 golems before your opponent even starts that turn. Each class in the faction also get their respective faction cards. Demon Hunter, Warlock and Mage unite as the new members of the Red Crane faction. The Red Crane faction reintroduced the shrine mechanic from Rastakhan's Rumble runs. Instead of dying or disappearing from the battlefield in any way, shrines will instead go dormant for 3 turns. Demon Hunter, Warlock and Mage get the same tri-class shrine that causes the first spell you cast each turn to cast twice. If you manage to empower your shrine with Shiji, the neutral faction legendary, it will instead cause your first spell each turn to cast thrice. The classes get these 3 tri-class cards to support their shrine. And each class also gets their own faction card. Priest, Rogue and the new class Monk form an alliance as the new Black Ox members. The Black Ox faction introduced the custom keyword Stagger X. Characters with this keyword take X less damage from all sources, but not less than 1. The new Black Ox classes get these 3 tri-class cards. And once more, each class also gets an individual faction card. Lastly, Paladin, Death Knight and Druid come together as the new members of the White Tiger faction. The White Tiger faction introduced the Rally keyword from Battlegrounds to Standard. Rally triggers whenever the character with the keyword attacks. Paladin, Death Knight and Druid get these 3 tri-class cards. And of course, each class also gets a unique faction card. Like I said earlier, each class also gets another non-faction card, and Monk gets a legendary, and not just any legendary, Monk gets a Titan, presenting Ra-Den Highkeeper. But first, let me quickly summarize what Monk was all about in case you forgot. Monk is our own custom class. It has its own unique spell school called Chi, and a class resource also called Chi that is gained every time you cast a Chi spell. Monk also has a hero power that generates Chi spells and a class keyword that consumes your Chi resource, but that's the gist of it. If you want to learn more about Monk, check out this video after. Anyway, back to Ra-Den.
The familiar embrace of the storms.
Ra-Den is an 8-mana 5/5 Titan. After Ra-Den uses an ability, he will consume up to 10 of your Chi resources to summon a random minion of that cost. Ra-Den's first ability is Eye of Aman'Thul. This one will restore 15 health to your hero, and you will then gain 3 Chi resources, which Ra-Den will then immediately consume in addition to any you already had to summon a random minion of that cost. His next ability is Keeper's Presence. This one will give your other minions +2/+2 and taunt, and then give you 6 Chi. His last ability is Maker's Will, which will add 2 random Chi spells to your hand and give you 10 Chi resources, immediately being consumed to summon a random 10 cost minion. Other classes get some more generic cards, like the ones you'll see here. But also some more interesting ones, like a new Libran for Paladin, Libram was not an archetype in the main set, but it is in the core set, and might also return in a future expansion, wink wink. In the main set, Warlock got an archetype that summoned these 4/4 Paragons with bonus effect that they shared with your other Paragons. Well, this miniset introduces 3 new Paragons, bringing the total up to 9, the same amount of Paragons you would face in World of Warcraft. This update was originally intended for the Siege of Orgrimmar miniset option, but even though that one didn't win, we decided to keep him anyway. Warlock also gets a new card that summons your Paragons. The remaining class cards all feature a new mechanic designed by Starfast that we've called Underload. We figured we wanted a mechanic that symbolized thunder, and of course Overload came to mind. Well, Underload is basically the opposite of Overload. Cards with this mechanic would trigger a bonus if you had a certain amount of unspent mana last turn. This mechanic culminates in the big miniset neutral legendary Lei Shen Thunder King.
I wield the power of the heavens!
Lei Shen is a 6 mana 5/5 minion, and when you play him, he will summon 2 random 1-cost minions, but this number is improved by each unspent mana you had this game. So if you had, let's say, 6 unspent mana, he will summon 2 random 7-cost minions. The miniset also introduces these 3 neutral cards, one of them even features Underload. The last card in the miniset is the neutral legendary Horidon. Horidon is a 7 mana 4/12 beast, and when you play him, you get to choose 2 enemy minions. Horidon will then charge towards the first minion and attack it, and then charge towards the second minion, attacking each minion in between until it reaches the second minion and attacks it. So there you have it, the Thunder King miniset. If you want to check out all 41 cards more closely, you can follow the link in the description, which takes you to an overview of the full miniset. That's it for today. Let us know what you thought about this miniset in the comments. Thanks to Starfast and Mallory for their help, and thanks to you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.